Welcome to Tubbie Talk. We're a group of nerdy best friends hop online to talk about everything life, parenthood, gaming, and probably embarrass themselves. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Tubbie Talk. I'm your host, Danny, and joined by my co-host, Kennedy,
What's up?
Sierra,
Hello.
and Trevor.
That's me.
So today we are going to be diving into an interesting topic. A little bit of a free form, but I'm just curious. How many of you guys are Marvel fans?
Like current Marvel? None of us.
No, used to be.
I mean, I see a Thor's hammer in Trev's background, so I was just curious.
That's true.
He put that there, and he just hasn't picked it up in a long time. So I
The chair's
can't use
just
that. I
useless
can't
now.
use that chair anymore.
I mean, you might still be able to use it, but it's not very comfy.
Yeah, you have to kind of like scoot around it.
Yeah, not very useful.
Hopefully, he'll be back soon.
Right. Well, were you guys fans back in 2019?
What was
Yeah.
2019?
Yeah, what movie was that? Like the first
Like the Endgame era and like the whole hype around that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, everyone might be wondering right now, are we talking about Marvel or what are
I'm
we
so
talking about?
confused.
I'm worried.
I know what the episode's about, and I'm so confused.
Talking about winging it. No. But in obviously spoilers for our listeners if you haven't seen it already, but a big plot line of Endgame and all of that is the multiverse. And it's always an interesting topic to do what ifs and what would it look like in a multiverse of us. So today's topic is going to be the question of what if each of us individual couples didn't get married. It's going to be you can feel free to. What I was thinking is, I don't know how long it's been since everyone's applied for colleges, but when you apply for colleges, you usually go for a safer option, and you have like okay, this is kind of okay, and then you have a reach school. So I want.
Where are you going with this?
My point is, I want to know.
I settled, or did I reach?
Yeah, I was like,
Where
wait, are you my reach
Whoa.
school or are you my safe option?
No,
You're
no,
my
no, no,
net.
no. That's a whole different episode. Don't worry. But no, I just want to know. So everyone is going to give me 3 different answers throughout the night. Okay, so we'll go through a first round of just a safe option of like, okay, if I didn't get married, what would I do? Almost like a not super ambitious, more just like a low key, and then more of a, and then we'll jump up from there if that makes sense. So for example, I'll start, and then I'll give you guys a little bit of an idea what to expect. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll have 3 different rounds. But the topic again is, if we were in a multiverse and we never got married, what would happen? So I'll start, like I said. For me, if I never got married and, I wasn't feeling super outgoing or adventurous, I think that what I probably would have done is I probably would have finished school probably here, like either for California, there's a couple of like prestigious ones that you want to go for. Would be like USC, UCLA. I think I would have just gone to one of those, and in all honesty, business. Finished with a business degree. Would have maybe settled down, gotten a bachelor's pad, maybe messed around with
settle down with yourself
with the
in a bachelor pad. Put some roots down.
And all, absolutely, yeah. I think I would have. I could foresee myself maybe, working in a downtown LA, doing the usual commute,
following the Papanegi footsteps.
Absolutely.
You're living
I could
large.
have done, I could have done a little bit of banking, maybe.
Like that sounds literally better than what you're doing.
Yeah, I think he's got a plan.
I'm like, wait, what's happening?
So you never met Sierra in this scenario, right? You didn't
No,
just like
no.
oh, okay. Because like when
Mm-mm.
you say like you never got married, I feel like well you dated Sierra and you're like and then you're like okay, all
You're
right.
like,
Marriage,
oh,
not for
So
us.
this has never met your spouse.
Well,
hmm.
Okay.
actually, that's a good point. So I
We could do different
can
scenarios,
bring this up. We originally met probably 2 years into college.
Mm.
And while we were just doing ministry at church. So we really started to date when we did more of a half marathon and did that. So that was a whole different story. But originally we met 3 years into college. So in my alternate reality, that would have never happened. 2 years,
Interesting.
community college, boom, off to one of those, and that's what I could foresee actually happening. Yeah, I would have probably been rock climbing. Would have been maybe a little just exercise, a little activity I like to do. I probably would have been
Why don't you
into.
do that now? Like you can't do that when I'm like
I have a question.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
Would
Who's
you?
first? I don't know. Go for it, kid.
I'm
Kennedy's
going
first.
for
You
it.
raise your hand
Do
first.
you think you would have done a parkour YouTube channel?
I don't
Ooh.
think I would have done YouTube, but that's why I did choose rock climbing because it gives kind of similar vibes of
Mm-hmm.
like using trying to get over a certain obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was feeling a little more adventurous, then I would have gone for it. But this is like a very safe plan. I didn't want to break my back or nothing. I don't want to risk no crazy injuries. So rock climbing is a safe enough, like little hobby for me.
Like indoor
Sure.
rock climbing.
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing like no. I'm not like
Bouldering.
scaling
You're not like
Mount
bouldering
Everest.
out there. Yeah.
No.
Are you blaming Sierra for you not finishing your college degree?
No. I was saying if I didn't meet Sierra, then I could probably see myself going for like focusing only on school and going for like a
Yeah.
crazy high
Like doubling
goal
down
school.
into your career
Correct. Yes.
instead
It
of a
would just,
relationship.
yeah, it would
Okay.
fill that space.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would have been like my sole focus. So
Sure. So you don't think you okay, so in this question, can I ask, like, you don't think you would have found someone else when you've settled down?
I don't think so. I don't know. I personally don't because I wasn't like I don't know. Sierra and I met pretty organically, and I've never been on any dating apps. I've never done any of that, so I've
Yeah,
never
you were not
really.
looking necessarily. for
Yeah, I
the
never was really like
precise moment that
searching. So I honestly, maybe something could have occurred, but if I was focusing on going to better school and finishing with a good degree and getting a certain job, then I can see it not actually happening.
So would
Yeah.
you have like focused so much on your career and then like ended up on like Love is Blind because you're just like, I need to find
Oh.
someone. I can't find anyone. I'm so focused on my career.
Maybe, yeah,
You would have needed
100%.
help
That
to find
is
someone.
wild.
That would have been me. I would have said I love pizza and rock climbing and
Wow,
purple.
sold.
And
Yeah.
purple.
Can't imagine anyone better as a partner in life.
No, it's
Pizza,
so-
climbing, and purple.
Just think about what it'd be like to hug you. So, yeah, I love
Oh,
it.
you don't know what I look like.
Oh, I know.
Wow. That is not what I expected you to say, to be honest.
I'm
That's
confused.
interesting.
But
Basically, you
yeah,
would have just turned into a finance bro.
yeah, he would have been one of those crypto
Just
Well, I
bros.
would
a,
have been.
a basic boy.
So I got a question. Is all three questions this question, just like different extremes?
No, we'll have other questions. But
Okay.
I think this is an interesting idea. Like, I want to see like what everyone was like. What would be your peak like reality that you were
So
like,
you're saying
ooh, my
what's the
big
natural
dreams.
progression of what would happen?
I
Correct,
could
yeah.
go.
Mhm.
I can
Okay,
go
go.
unless you want. Okay. I truthfully think so. I met Kennedy in high school. So I think my life changed a lot of directions just because I wanted to be with her throughout college too. So like I didn't really care like where I went to an extent, but like this is the direction I'm going. I'm gonna try to keep up with her and like soccer. So if I didn't stay with her, I don't necessarily know 100%, but I truthfully think I would have moved out to California to try to live with Danny. Like to be 100%
Wait,
honest.
this is the funniest thing
Mhm.
ever because I've always said that I think Danny would have moved to you. So,
I guess
I don't know
not.
who would have moved.
I think I would have went down there. I feel like I would have
Wow.
wanted to get away. And I think it would have been really easy for me to get down there and have opportunities down there and just kind of fit in down there. I would have been fine. I think I would have been fine. I don't think I would. Like, I like the outdoors and where I'm at, and like my family's here, obviously, but I 100% think I would have moved down there. He was like my closest friend by like a long shot. And so would have probably ended up going to some sort of college maybe after a year or two. I don't know how it works down there, to be honest, with college, but I wouldn't have wanted to pay like out of state. Like, how does that? I don't know how it works. Anyways,
So,
Yeah,
well,
out of
the
state
thing,
does pay a lot.
the question
Yeah.
is like, would you have wanted to go to the school Danny was going to? Because that's a private school, so you would have paid the same thing. Like,
probably not.
Mm.
Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. I would have.
Interesting.
I still
Okay.
would have wanted to get like a degree, to some extent.
Would you
And-
have changed up your, like, if you were to come down here, would you have done something different, or?
I have no idea. That's really so hard for me to think. Like, I maybe if I was lucky enough to do something with like a computer science degree, like if I was fortunate enough to get into like video, like okay, extreme, I would have loved to work at like a video game industry down there and
Yeah.
focus on that and develop like a video game. Or become a professional streamer. Like, come on, guys. Like, those are like, if we're picking large, that's what I would have tried to do. But yeah, I would have tried to room with Danny somewhere if he would let me. But he's a finance bro living in LA, so
And his bachelor pad.
yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I think that's really it. I don't know. I don't have the gift of singleness, so I would probably eventually find someone else in California, unfortunately. But no, I don't know. What else do you think? You guys answer the question for me. What do you think would have happened, Danny? Once we
You
moved
tell
out?
me.
If we came down there, yes, here we go.
Did you guys go to college on like soccer scholarships or like? Okay, so
Yes.
Yeah.
you had to do well in soccer to go to school
Mhm.
together.
Yeah.
Was that
Mhm.
stressful to like keep that up? Like, what if one of you like didn't? I don't know.
There
That
was
would be
stressful. There
stressful for
was like a
me.
time in college where she was like looking at other colleges that I wouldn't have been able to afford to go or be good enough to play in those teams. Because like I'm a decent
Mm.
player, but Kennedy's like a really good player. For
was
women's. I haven't
don't
seen
know
you
what
play
I am
in like
anymore.
I don't
It's
know
been
how.
years.
Yeah,
I don't know what I would be anymore.
So like Kennedy, like his also men's and women's sports soccer is just different levels too. So like
Gotcha.
Kennedy would play like with like the guys and stuff like that. So like she's just on a different level. I wasn't on a different level in the men's league. And now if I played on the women's team, I probably would have done really well. So
Off the
Let's not
charts.
go there.
okay, all right, all right.
Okay,
So
but
there was, to answer your question, there was some stress because she was kind of looking for some bigger schools to
Right.
progress that, and that could have, I think, be one of her. Like, I don't know what her answer is to this question, but I feel like that could be it. I don't know.
But
We'll
so
hear.
then my next
Interesting.
question is, if she did, do you guys think you would have done long distance, and would you think that would have, how would that have gone? Do you think, like, could you have done that? Because
Yeah.
there's some people that are like, I can't do long distance, sorry at all.
I could do
but
long
like-
distance.
I think I could have.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I truly think I could. I mean, I've done it with Danny for freaking 10 plus years.
That's
so.
true. We are
It's a
all
good
long
basis,
distance.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
I'm like,
we would have made it work.
interesting. Okay, cool.
Danny hasn't said anything, so it scares me. He would have been like, "No, dude, you're not welcome down here."
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious if
Well, you've
like,
never
what-
lived with anyone else besides me.
Well, what?
Oh yeah, you have. You had roommates. Never mind.
I went to what?
Well, that was also
how I met Trevor.
school.
That's
It was
college,
dorms.
though.
Yeah,
It
so
wasn't
it's
like
not
a
quite
party.
living.
Different.
Yeah,
Right,
it
that's
is
true.
different.
Dude, I don't think we would have left the house. We
know.
would have just been playing games every.
I don't think that would have been good.
I think you guys would have been gym bros for sure.
Oh yeah, actually, so yes, I would have. I would have.
You would have
more of
had
the
a gym
lifestyle.
life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
Yeah.
Do you feel held back? You could have become like, ooh, we could have been.
Dude, I've never had a six pack.
I feel like we could have been so much more fit if we didn't get married.
Yeah.
It was like my own like alternate reality 6-pack.
Even when I was in like college soccer, like I couldn't get a six pack. I don't know. I think there was like it was close. It was close, but there was
Wow.
a thin layer of something protecting the six pack.
Protected.
Protecting. Can't have
Uh,
these babies getting hurt.
No.
Interesting. But you think you would have
Precious
found
cargo.
someone down here though?
Yeah, I would long for companionship.
But
think-
Danny would be your
Wow,
companion.
not enough, huh?
I need cuddles, and Danny wouldn't cuddle
Nope.
me.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Unfortunately,
Say
Danny
less.
would reject.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he would go off to be business finance, and I'd probably have a family and actually settle down. So
Yeah.
Uh,
So good.
maybe
Interesting.
Kennedy. Here's a thought. Kennedy got so good in soccer, she started playing for the LA girls team. I'm sure they have one. Then I met her at the game, and then we settled down at like 30. Ah,
Wow.
LA.
and yeah, Cali, yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
like girls. team.
Perfect. I have no idea.
Wow.
What is LA's soccer team called?
Galaxy.
Is it Galaxy?
There's two. There's Galaxy and LAFC.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know if they have a girls team.
Well, then she would have been playing for the guys' team.
Now, Trev, if you found someone in California, do you think you would have tried to settle in California or move back home?
Good question.
Oh, the world's been crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Depends.
You're
I could have really
supposed to know.
I could have really. I think I could have. The times I've visited, like California, it has been very crowded, but I think I could adapt to that in a sense.
Mm.
Different ways to escape.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think you have to go horribly far.
I think I would have been real. I think I could have fit right in, and I think if I had a nice place and a safe place, I think I probably would. If I couldn't afford something like that, then I'd probably be looking to relocate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Trevor in different reality, just hardcore gamer.
Mhm. Yeah,
He's
Turtle Rock
just the
Studios.
same. He just relocated.
The same,
He
just
still
with
gets
Danny.
married.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
just
That's a
closer to
multiverse
Danny.
right
That's the
there.
only difference. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh gosh, I don't know. My basic feels extreme, but I really sincerely think I'd do this. So I guess I think to put in basic terms.
Think more like realistic. Like if if you just didn't get married to Trevor, what would realistically be your life?
It would be this, I'm pretty sure. So I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I would have definitely tried to play out a longer soccer career. I cut it pretty short and I'm happy with that decision. So I think to fill, again, not having a partner in that space, I would have continued with it. But what I would have done, because I was obsessed with, and still am, New Zealand, I would have tried to play college soccer over there.
Mm.
And I think I would have tried to study marine biology too, because that's still to this day one thing I wish I would have done. So I would have just
Cool.
shipped on
I love
out.
that about you.
I really
Yes.
held her back, guys.
Marine
Oh,
biology.
marine biology.
Mhm.
And
I'm-
pro soccer.
I'm
Fascinating.
terrified to know what your extreme is. Like you can be an
I know,
astronaut.
that's what I'm
My
saying.
gosh.
I gotta think of like an
I feel like
extreme.
mine's really similar, but
I still feel like a little guilt. Like her just saying that, like I felt guilt. I'm like, yeah, she could have been famous. And
No,
here
I
I
don't.
am.
I was not that
Pleb.
good.
Famous marine biologist.
Oh,
No,
I
and I
think-
always had
yeah.
this dream of like, I'm the American girl going into New Zealand. Everyone's gonna like me so much.
everyone's gonna think I'm so cool.
Yeah,
What's your
That's
accent? Where are you
awesome.
from?
Yeah.
I know.
Did you study marine biology at all? Or
No,
okay, that was just an interest you had.
no, I just love the ocean, and I've been good at science, so it was just kind of a happy marriage. And it just, yeah, it was always something that interested me. So
And you do well on a boat, correct? Because I have Siren actually
Mhm.
knows someone from church who he has a kid who is a marine biologist, and they're like on boats all the time.
Yeah. Yes,
Makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
It does.
I
I don't know,
just
some people
swim
cannot-
everywhere.
Like some people cannot like survive on a boat for that long.
We've
Like,
been on a
it's-
boat, all
Right.
four of us together.
Yes, that's a
Kennedy
story.
did fine.
Yeah, I took a nap.
Kennedy did fine.
I think a lot of people
Yes.
did fine.
We
Kennedy.
focus on the people who
Mhm.
did fine.
Yeah.
No, I would
Mhm.
get one of those underwater, like, what are they even called? Where you hold on and they have like the little motor and you're just cruising
Oh
underwater.
my god.
Oh,
Just skip
Underwater,
the
like,
boat.
jet
I'm
ski or
just,
something,
yeah.
you
Just,
are the boat.
I am.
Kenny's
one
Aquaman in a
ocean
different
fish.
reality.
That
That's
is
what you
the
tried to say.
extreme.
I'll go
I'm just trying to play it low key.
Yeah.
But Aquaman who plays soccer. Yeah, that's
Uh,
awesome. That's really cool.
that is really cool. Interesting. Do you think you would have found someone out there?
Oh yeah, I did not want to be single. I don't think I could have. Like, I think I could have for a little bit in school, but it was also like I fantasized about, like a lot of girls do, like the boy I'd find, blah blah blah. So that was also really cool. Like, oh, if I like got a New Zealand boyfriend, it'd be so cool. So yeah, I would have not been happy single for very long.
Do they? And this might sound dumb. Do they speak any other languages in New Zealand?
Maori, I believe,
there's-
is
Okay.
the name of what it's called. But yes, oh yeah, they do.
Cool.
So, what
Interesting.
does that sound like?
I'm not gonna even try. I don't know. I
think-
would have learned it.
Isn't marine biology also a little bit more of a lonely?
What?
Well, just because you're going on a lot of like excursions for a
Okay,
long amount
true,
of time.
true.
Like, not saying that you couldn't find someone, but it's probably be a little harder.
Maybe.
Not saying you
Maybe
couldn't do
we'll
it. I would just.
do, like,
Maybe
like,
I was on the boat with him and it was love at first sight.
Oh wow.
you go on excursions together.
Yes.
The waves like splash up and hit him in the face, and he's like, "Ugh." Do
His
you
long
do
hair
you-
blows
you
in the
come-
wind.
Yeah, all his long blonde locks. I don't think they'd be blonde if he
No,
made
it would
to New
be
Zealand.
yeah,
It's
it'd
not.
be brunette dark.
Yeah.
I love
His
it.
tribal tattoos, they do that over
Yep.
there.
Yes,
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Rippling
do.
over his muscles. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's got anchor
It's
arms.
just like a book now. Like we're
Yeah.
just writing fan fiction for Kennedy's
I'm
life.
into it. It's a great book.
Uh,
The guy's name is Trevor.
Yeah.
In the book.
Great. That split rock, I
Native,
did that. Yeah.
Native.
I split that rock.
I love it.
Really funny.
You know why there's no sharks over
How?
here? I fished them all away for you, baby.
I've killed them all.
For you.
Wow.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh, that's awesome.
In reality, it would have just been a hobbit came crawling out of one of the holes over there.
Listen, I'll live in a little hobbit hole. Those are cool.
Yeah,
They
the Shire.
are.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Don't feel
No,
too
she would have
bad.
been very happy. I mean, I've really held her back. I know how Sierra feels about you becoming a business financer now. I feel the same way, Sierra.
Well,
my
let's
God.
hear what Sierra has to say. What was I holding you back from?
I feel like mine is really similar to Kennedy's, weirdly.
Go for it.
But like, so I think I didn't do sports, but I definitely would have tried to study abroad in England for like the degree that I was doing. And then basically my end game would just be to somehow stay there. So whether that's like
Yes.
get a job or marry someone.
Mhm.
Either she's her.
Either or,
Yes.
really.
Oh.
And that was honestly like, I was like, it's hard to move to England. It's like really hard.
Wow.
But I would have at least studied abroad. And then, yeah, I mean, I did like go there for a few months at one point, and everybody thought I was going to meet someone there. This was pre-Danny, obviously.
Wow.
You're with Danny. You're gonna meet a great
Yeah,
guy.
I'm with-
Have a fantastic trip.
Great.
I'm gonna miss
Um,
you.
Great British bloke.
Gosh, yeah. So I would have done that, and that's something like on our first date, Danny actually asked me, like, okay, like how serious are you about going to England? Like he was like, are you actually gonna move to England? And
I mean,
was
it would
like-
have been a
Wow.
deal breaker. I'm not moving
Yeah.
to England. That's crazy.
I basically was
Yeah.
like, well, if you want to date me, then no, but if not, then yes. So it literally was like a
Oh wow.
Wow. It's like an
yes.
actual
Oh.
branching. I see the multiverse.
Yeah,
Trevor
raising my
Tan.
temp-
See it.
Yes. Woo.
Uh-huh.
Did you actually meet anyone over there that like potential? Like
Okay, so where I went was like where I was staying was a school, but it was like a lot of international people. So there was like
Mm.
potential, but it was someone who was Canadian, and I was like,
Oh,
it's
no.
like
No,
this thing,
you
you're
know,
not
next
the
door.
same.
And so
No.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
there were no potential British suitors, unfortunately, for me
Uh,
at the time. But I
Shame.
did do one more trip, literally right before Danny and I started dating. Like things were already like kind of happening, but we weren't dating yet. And I did one more trip, and I was like, "This is the trip. It would have to happen, like some serendipitous thing." And like,
I paid everyone
was
else
kind
off.
of
Don't talk to her.
Wow.
yeah. It was kind of one of those. It was kind of one of those things that made me realize I did want to date Danny because I wasn't like
Mm.
as excited about going. It was
Mm.
crazy.
Interesting.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I know. You won over England.
I know, because Danny and I were talking a lot, and I may have shared this back in those early days in Kennedy. Kennedy had like not like held over my head, but she would mention like moving to New Zealand all the time and like asking like if I'd go with her. And I never could answer that. I'm like, I have no idea. I don't necessarily want to, but like I have no idea.
We wouldn't have
Just-
wanted to, like,
I
if
had
that
no
was a
idea.
possibility.
It seemed really expensive. Like I don't know. I feel like it would be on par with London. I don't think it's
Yeah.
easy to go over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. My family actually tried to move there once, and we failed.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wow.
Well,
There you
London
go.
is hard because it's hard to get a
Visa.
like an actual visa
Same
for it.
thing. Same thing. with
Crazy.
They're really
Didn't
strict.
we toss in our names for visa ship or something, Kennedy? Like I
We
feel like-
did.
and we got
and
like not too long ago. We got a response.
I know. Well, essentially, when a job opens up within your career, like, within your field, that's like a way to citizenship. And so we're on a wait list, and a few times our jobs have popped up, but
Wow.
other things happened. But I have a question for Sierra.
Yes.
So let's say, yes, you married and you're settling. Would you have stayed in the city? Would you have found a cute cottage off in the country?
Good question. Definitely in the country.
Yes.
For sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That
I
would be
don't
cool.
necessarily like I do love London just because it's like London, but like
Yes.
it is like very like city. Like
Mhm.
it's not where I would want to live long term, but I do think it's one of the only actual cities I could live in. Like in the middle of
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy how close it was. Like you said, it was either Danny or move.
Yeah.
Wild.
Think of how happy you could have been.
Yeah.
Let's curb those conversations because actually you guys are trying to start to broach another one of my topics.
I'm so
We're
sorry.
so sorry.
My bad.
But
We don't know what
it's-
they are. We didn't get the
A
outline.
little sneak peek is it's going to be what she basically described as like crossroad events. So basically like a moment in time where you're like either this or this. So just just think about it. But we'll do another round of more extremes for the girls. Obviously, I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but
I win the lottery at that point.
but what would you do
I have
then?
I have one that's more extreme actually. So if,
Oh,
Awesome.
amazing.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll kick us off. So I think in my more extreme scenario, multiverse, whatever you want to call it, I have done a couple of mission trips across the world. I've been to Europe and South America, and I've really, really liked Brazil. I think it is such a cool place. People there are super cool, friendly, and I think it was really cool just the experience that I had during that mission trip. And I definitely think that like if I was single and I had no ties here, like if I wasn't married, then like I could see myself going down there and like
would you have married
Wow.
someone from Brazil? That's so much cooler.
Ooh.
I don't know, like
The
they
basic white chick.
Seriously.
Brazil.
No, you're not.
Oh no, Kennedy! Don't put that in her head. Podcast ends. Argument begins.
I am the most basic of us all. We all know
Fight
it.
breaks out. But I think Brazil was really cool because it has, again, it's just like very friendly vibes, very lively as well. I love soccer, I love volleyball, and I love like meat. They have like a lot of like barbecues. Like I mean, if you go to any Brazilian restaurant, they have like it's just meat is on the menu. Like there's nothing else, just meat.
So good.
It's so
Yeah.
cool. But I 100% think that I could see myself like, a little more extreme and overreach of like an actual, like, 'cause I had to learn like Portuguese and all that. But,
Wow.
I could 100% see myself. Like, I remember just like playing with the locals, like on like just random fields. And it was just, I was trash compared to them, but it was so cool. Like that was a dream. I remember that a lot.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's
I did
really
not
cool.
know that you actually liked it there that much.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Very wholesome. So you would have moved and like stayed there forever, or you would have like gone back and forth?
I think I probably would have tried it out first and gone back and forth, but there were
Mhm.
like I was close with the local missionaries, so they like literally offered me to like come down
Oh,
for a longer period of stay, and I probably would have tried like a longer time frame more
yeah.
than just like what I did, and just I probably would have liked it. Like I just based off of
Oh,
yeah, so
So you would have been a missionary. Finance pro or
wow.
missionary? Wow, what a dichotomy.
yeah, that's just multiple personalities there in that multiverse.
Yeah. Part of me thinks I could have joined the Marine Corps if I didn't meet Kennedy.
Oh
to
my
be honest.
gosh. No
Whoa,
way.
that's cool.
Part of me thinks that could have happened. Like if I didn't have any ties, I don't know. I think I could have.
You do well on boats.
Yeah, I'm fine on
Good.
boats. I'm fine
There
in
you go.
aircrafts and all
I
that.
think we
jazz,
know he
so,
does okay on both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I don't know which
Did
would have been wild. I don't know where my life could even have gone from there. Like if I would have just done the 4
Yeah.
years, or if I would have like
Mm.
went overseas. I don't even know what position or like what I would have wanted to do or what I would have
Right.
tested into. But I think there was part of me that wanted to when I was probably like younger, and then it kind of died off as I grew older, liking video games, and then meeting Kennedy, obviously.
Yeah.
She held you
Other
back.
extreme, like if you go way back, dude, I wish I could have played hockey and done. I think I would have done great in hockey, and I
Did
would have
you never
pursued that.
play your
Never
whole
played.
life?
No, just
Oh.
on
Do you
lakes
know how
and
to ice
ponds
skate?
and stuff. Yeah, on like lakes and ponds and stuff. But like I've never
Yeah.
played like actual on a team. It's just for fun.
Wow. Did you ever
Yeah.
like tell your parents that you wanted to play?
I didn't know back then. I didn't have like
Oh,
I didn't.
It's
I
hard
didn't
when it's not like immediately like around you.
oh, I thought it was. I thought like it
in
was
my
big.
specific town where I grew up. No, not really. I mean, I played. Yeah,
Oh,
so soccer was the easiest thing for us to do. So like
interesting.
way long ago, I would have. I that would be a huge dream of mine to become like a somewhat. I didn't have to be like NHL type hockey player. Like even just like a semi-professional hockey player would have been really cool.
Yeah.
Missing a few teeth. Would have never met Kennedy that way.
Oh.
Oh,
Maybe you would have
No.
met. You would have just been like, oh.
I think I would have
Yeah.
became really grouchy without Kennedy too, whether Marine Corps or hockey. I think I would have been a really grouchy guy. I don't
I
think I
like
would
the
have
word
been
grouchy, not like
Yeah.
serious or depressed. Just
just
grouchy.
grouchy, just up angry.
Pixar, Oscar.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, those are some
Interesting.
extremes I think I could have hit.
Why Marine Corps?
Well, my dad was a Marine. Navy seemed really difficult in a sense where I think they're both difficult, but like I wouldn't want to be exclusively water.
Okay.
And,
So you're like okay with
Yeah.
boats, but not too much.
yeah, and the Marines are
Yeah,
obviously
fair.
like on water a lot because they're like both. But
Right.
I liked the intensity that Marines bring, and like they're almost like a special unit, special
Mhm.
forces, instead of like just like. And listen, I like them all. I appreciate them all.
Yeah.
But like Army and like Coast Guard and stuff like that, I would have wanted to be more intense in my role.
Mhm.
I've known like I've met quite a few people who's done like Air Force too. One of my good friends was an Air Force mechanic and stuff like that in college and stuff like. And I would have wanted to see combat,
Mm.
and
Oh.
so
Dang.
yeah, so which is
Wow.
wild. I don't know what that would have done to me, right? I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that's
Yeah.
where I would have wanted to do that.
That's very admirable. That's very good.
But I would never want to go now because I have my family. I wouldn't. That's not
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I appreciate everyone who does it, but no, I'm good now. I'm just
Yeah.
protecting my own home.
What about Space Force?
Yeah.
You ever thought about Space Force?
I would rather go into space than into the deep ocean.
That's a great question for
Interesting.
the
Okay.
squad.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever try to like go to a recruiter and just see, you know?
No, I mean, my older brother went into the Marine Corps for a bit, so like I've been near recruiters, and maybe I had the thought while I was there because I would like. I think, yeah, but no, I never went to a recruiter.
Because you were already, I mean, you met Kennedy really young, so
Yeah.
you were already on your track.
like 16 we met, so
Mhm.
I wouldn't have been able to join the Marine Corps even if I wanted to.
Why?
My vision's not good enough.
Oh.
Did
Wow.
It sucks. I really would have wanted to do something similar, but
Can you join any
Dang.
branch of the
no.
military?
Mm-mm. No, well,
They don't
I mean,
wanna.
obviously you can join, but you can only do certain things,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
and
okay.
that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never thought about
Mhm.
that. That's so interesting.
There's a ton of different things that limit you from becoming like
That's true.
anything combat related. So
It's gonna sound
Wow.
arrogant. I think I would have done really well in the Marine Corps too. That's the weird thing. I think I would have had that
Yeah.
analytical, strategic mind.
I think you would have been way different.
That is like a really
That's a
weird.
wild thought.
You know, a lot of those guys that would have seen active combat or anything like that aren't the same ever again and have to go through a lot of
Mhm.
stuff. So yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been a lot
Mhm.
different.
Wow. That is so interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, how much of your just bright personality, like your goofiness, would have been lost?
Damped
If
down.
even,
Or would it
maybe
or would
not.
it have been like enhanced like the Joker?
Yeah, like an extreme, like the counter.
Rose. Yeah.
Like it went wild. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
just
I
interesting.
that's like my core too. So like how much can you change like someone at their core?
Yeah,
So might have been there in a sense. I don't know.
No, didn't expect that. So it's mine would kind of be on track still. So I would try to make a career out of soccer, but I would have tried to go pro.
Mm.
And I think, yeah, it just seemed too big, but my dad was a huge advocate for me, making a life of soccer. And so he's researching teams like where I would have fit in, and just the way I played the German women's team was a very similar play style. So I probably would have tried to go play in Germany. Obviously I've made lots of
Whoa.
money. I'd retire and open an oceanside bakery. Think like Kiki's Deliveries service vibes. That's
Ooh.
always been like a dream of mine. So view of the ocean, coffee,
Delicious.
pastries.
That sounds
I'd
amazing.
have a loft upstairs that I'd stay at sometimes, but then I'd have a country home somewhere. Yeah.
It's still,
Yes.
I found a way for us to still be together in our extremes. I'm
Ah.
posted in Germany, at like a US base there. I find this cute little bakery on one of my
Yes.
weekends, and then I meet you there, and we fall in love and have
There
like
you go.
Well,
Romantic
which is-
comedy.
I can make
Right
anything
there.
work. I'm always coming back to you, baby.
Love it.
How does
Amazing.
New Zealand work? You haven't connected us there. Like I just shipped straight off
went
with the Maori
vacation
Trevor.
to New Zealand because I want to eat food that was cooked in the dirt, and because that's really cool that they do.
Well,
in New
they
Zealand.
also do that in Hawaii, but sure.
Yeah, but okay. So I took a vacation without Danny to find myself because I've been
Without
I've been locked in a room for
Like, I'm
10 years
dependent on
and playing
you.
video games with one man. I can
Enough
only
of
take
this
so much.
bachelor life. I
Yeah.
need to find my mate.
And she's already been married to this other dweeb that's like super handsome. I come
And is
over
also
with
named
my
Trevor.
with all yeah, which is weird. So she gets confused and she comes back home with me.
She's
Yeah,
like,
it's just
oh, yes.
My nerdy charm.
Wow.
She confuses you guys to be the same.
And from there
Wow.
on, I'm hunted by this man, and I have to keep running with Kennedy
It
around the
continues
world.
on.
I'm running away from my husband
Oh
now.
man, that's interesting. A
You never get
fugitive.
divorced. You're just still married forever.
He's willingly, of course, going with me this whole time.
Of course,
Yes.
of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
hilarious.
That's really cute, though, Kennedy. You're extreme.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have German in you at all? Like any roots or no?
I believe I do actually,
Oh,
yes.
interesting. Cool.
I mean, it's mostly Scottish and Irish, obviously, but I think I have some ancestors from Germany.
Now, why would you go to? I just random question. Just from my like soccer knowledge, isn't United States better than Germany for the women?
I don't know. I don't follow.
Not after she joined.
But it was
Yeah,
more like realistically, we thought
They had,
based
like, a
on
better
the way
chance.
I played, Germany would be the easiest
Oh,
route.
interesting.
What do you
Okay.
mean
Yeah.
by that? Like, I know nothing. So, like
It may be different
style-
now.
I didn't know
but
there
it
were
was
styles of.
for me, a lot of my play style was based on speed and mobility as opposed to like the fancy footwork or the tricks and stuff. I could beat you with like a simple cut or fake and then just like leave you in the dust if you say. So it's just a very like basic play style, but it just worked really well if you could play that way. So whereas US, I think there was just more, not that I was bad at footwork, but I don't know. I was just basic,
like,
but it
"That's the
worked for
point."
me. Yeah, essentially.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about the women's team, but the German U.S. German men's team is like a machine in that sense.
Mm,
It's watching them play is really
mm.
cool to
Men's
watch.
US
Actually,
is a joke, but
Yeah,
I mean they literally are. It's a meme, but
yeah, I
well, that's why
know.
I don't watch
Yeah, I
like
know.
soccer.
I'm pretty sure US women's is a little bit better than German.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
That's
curious.
also cool just going and playing
Sure.
for another country. Like
Yeah.
US,
Yeah, that is
whatever.
really
Let
cool.
me fly
Yeah.
the coop.
Can you? Oh, wait, you'd be playing for the national team? Sorry, there's a lot of like specifics in the
Obviously,
hypothetical.
like I would make it. Okay,
Yeah.
I would go all the way.
Should be
But
famous.
Can you like play as a not?
I have no idea.
Oh, got it. I don't know. I was just curious. I would.
No, you're good. I honestly have no idea. And that's like part of the reason I didn't follow it because it seemed like there's no way I could go play for Germany. Like there's just no way I can make that happen. So
Mm,
so in this reality, I'm like, I'll make it happen, and I do. Obviously,
love it.
Cool.
They changed the rules just for her.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Welcome.
you also,
the
if you have
exception.
German in you, then
There you go.
Coming
True.
home.
Yeah, I'd actually be curious.
Coming home. I mean, I feel like there's a couple different routes I could have gone, but this is obviously dream scenario. So
Yes.
I either would have continued with like my dance career and like basically gone pro in that and like competed, and then like basically everyone just does that and like wins bunch and then like becomes a dance teacher, like owns a studio. So that could be one like trajectory.
where? Just curious.
Where?
Yeah. I think those are the two
Probably-
coolest part of the scenarios.
I
Like, what would you
know.
do and where would you go?
Well, that's
Mhm.
the thing is like realistically, like for both of mine. So my other one is like music. So I would have pursued music, which I did think about doing for a long time. But
So you met me.
no, before that I had already given up. My dreams were already crushed
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
long
no.
before.
Before I crushed him even more.
You confirmed that I wasn't supposed to do that.
Just pulverize them.
Yes. So well, LA is like the best place to be for that kind of stuff. So like I probably would have stayed here and then
And Nashville, right? Or is that only for
that's
country?
like but like even if you want to do country at this I think these days like I wouldn't
LA.
have wanted to be like a country artist.
Mm.
So yeah, I probably would have just stayed in LA or like moved into like Hollywood or something like that.
Oh,
Whoa.
And like, yeah, it honestly, that whole career is like just who you know. So
Wow.
just it really doesn't like obviously you have to be good enough to like not be terrible. But like even if you're like amazing, which I'm not, but like if you are, that doesn't even really matter. Like it's just who you know. So
Dang.
yeah.
In
So
this scenario,
sad.
you know whoever you want. So you met
Exactly.
someone
Yeah,
with
she knows
coffee.
everyone.
I do little networking. I
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
manager, all the
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
wow.
Wow.
What's your
So-
genre? Heavy metal.
Probably
Heavy metal.
rap.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Uh,
dance.
Yeah, heavy metal rap. What
Heavy
up?
metal dance.
That's why I was like, what kind of dance is that?
No, for dance it would have been ballroom. But my other dream, oh my
I'm gonna
gosh,
tap.
a
Yes.
dream. Yes, I do love tap, but I don't know if there's not much careers in that. But I do have
Sorry,
a friend
geez,
who like, is a tap person as a career. But anyway, I think it'd be so fun to be a dancer on like a tour, like a world tour,
Oh
like
wow.
a backup dancer or singer on a tour. That would be so cool because like you're not really that famous, but you're
Mhm.
with whoever's famous. And you get
Yes.
to travel and like that would be
Yes.
epic.
That would.
I wouldn't want to necessarily be be the star, you know? Like I would just want a career in the creative area,
Yeah.
but not like be a pop star. So yeah,
Wow.
I
That's
would
so
have stayed in
exciting.
LA
I know a
and then
famous
like
person.
oh
You.
yeah. I would have probably moved
Forget about
England
him.
if I got rich. Yes, Danny, what?
What?
I'm like in my dream, like
Ah.
picturing it.
Just get out of here.
Get out of my
Danny,
dream.
what?
My husband and
What?
child, leave me alone.
Oh.
What may I answer for you, my dear?
What would you prefer more if you were
Mhm.
to succeed? Is dance or musician? Like you said, you'd prefer to do both on a world tour, but like if you could only choose one hypothetical alternate reality, what would you prefer more?
I think music because
Mm.
I think I just like it better. But also with dance, like it's similar to, well, it is like being an athlete. So like you have to
Mhm.
worry about injuries,
Mhm.
being like
True.
on top of your game. Like you still have to be like fit enough, I think, to go on a tour as a singer too. But like
Mhm.
you don't have to, like if you break your leg, you can still sing, you know?
Not as much wear and tear on your body too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like dancer's hip or whatever it's called.
I mean, I have issues just from doing it as a kid. So like I
No
can't
way.
imagine
Wow.
like as a
Oh my
career. It's
gosh.
wild.
Well, that was interesting. Good to learn everyone's where, if I ever get sucked out into a portal and popped into another universe, where to look for everyone to see if I could find them.
Don't go
Dude,
to-
'cause
don't
in
go to
reality,
Trevor's.
I'm gonna be like in an alley somewhere, just alone.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, well, that's the reality I'll get forced into. You'll be like, oh man, look at Kennedy's so successful, handsome husband. Oh, Sierra's living her dream. She has beautiful children. Where's Trevor? Oh yeah, hi.
Well, yeah, Danny, how would we meet in our alternate realities?
Mm,
Oh yeah, how do you
I guess
guys
if you're
connect?
a finance bro in LA, I guess we could potentially
Yeah,
Right.
you're
cross
wealthy, so you go to him. And you're
Yeah, I
like,
like
hey,
paths.
that.
what do I
you
do with my
can be
money?
my accountant.
Yes.
There you
Boom.
go.
Cutting you all the
Danny
deals.
sees the bank accounts. He's like, I gotta get in on this.
Don't worry, I
Mhm,
got you.
mhm.
And if you
Yeah.
were a dancer, then I can come watch you at one of your shows if you did a world tour in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
come to
Okay.
Brazil. Whatever.
That'd been so
Aw.
cool.
That would be cool. Okay, good.
Yeah, don't worry. We did them together. Alrighty, so that was fun. Now, like you guys already alluded to, I thought it'd be interesting to, since we're all like reminiscing on dreams and what if we didn't get married, what were, or if there was any moment, like Sierra said, where there was like a crossroad, like a moment in time where you're like, either where you recognize in the moment or looking back on it, you were like, this is the decision that could have changed my whole life. Like, this is the moment when I could have gone from marrying my significant other or who knows what, I'm just curious if you guys have moments like what Sierra said.
Nope, it's been a perfect road the whole time. Just couldn't answer that one.
No, I don't know if I have one. I think it literally was just meeting Trevor because but yeah, I was just never at a point where it was like this or this. I know there was a point when we were together, like Trevor mentioned, I was really talking about moving to New Zealand and he was like back and forth on going. But do you remember, Trevor, why that fell through? Did something happen or was it just.
I don't think, to be honest, your family could find I don't think your family could find a place. And you really wanted to only go if your family could go. And so it never happened with your family.
Mm.
And so if your family had gone, then that could have been a crossroads. So, like, let's say her family did find a place to live and got some jobs out there and they got citizenship.
Yeah.
And she left. That may have ended it. And that.
Do you think you would have ended it?
I don't see myself moving to New Zealand.
Lord
I
of the Rings!
I know. New Zealand's a
Oh,
great
no.
choice. There's part of me that maybe could have, but I also I
think
do
he would
like
have
to live in
tried
America
it.
a bit, and I do like living here. So I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what other country I could go to and live and be happy. That's not in my blood for like ever. Like
That's
get like dual
so
citizenship.
interesting.
You're
We're all like, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna
Dude,
here.
I could sell in
America.
New Zealand. Yeah.
I feel like it's crazy because if in another like separate reality from all of these ones,
A new one.
My family moves to New Zealand. Kennedy's family moves to New Zealand. Me and
Whoa.
Kennedy become friends.
Oh,
And then
wow.
we're just friends and you guys aren't.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
so
odd.
you
weird.
take your
That'd
bachelor
be
pad. Were they thinking about
crazy.
going to New Zealand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they applied when I was
Oh
like
my
11,
gosh.
What?
and they almost their house
Whoa.
is on the market and everything. It's
It's
just they
wild.
didn't.
Oh my
Something
gosh.
fell through kind of at the last minute, which
Why
is
is that like the
Wow.
most like likable reality that could have happened out of any,
I
any
know
of the
it's
realities?
most
It's-
likely both our families got denied.
Yeah.
But
I don't know,
then we
Danny. I
ended
could have
up
got stationed in Brazil too. Don't worry. I gotta saw that.
Oh.
Who's that? Who's that dude playing soccer with the locals? He sucks.
What an idiot. Oh.
so funny.
Glad I didn't meet him in an alternate universe.
the
The ultimate universe. Kapow!
Oh.
Yeah.
Danny, have a crossroads moment.
Yeah, for me it was on I actually went to Brazil twice. On the second time I remember just talking to people. I remember like sitting in someone's backyard, random campfire, all sat around the campfire.
Did you know the people that
And-
lived there, or was
Yes,
it just,
yeah, they were
oh, okay.
hosting me. So it was really cool. Like really like
Perfect.
family communal.
That's so cute.
And I just remember thinking like I remember like texting Sierra when I had like the internet access and stuff, and like that was cute. But like if I didn't have that, like at that moment, like I was like, wow, I could stay here. You know, like I could see myself like say like, oh, Danny boy, like you should come down here, stay here. And I was like, I like actually envisioned it in that moment. Yeah, I think
Wow.
at that moment, if I didn't have Sierra texting, then
You could have
Probably
almost
could have
lived
happened.
out your extreme.
yeah.
Wow.
You never asked me if I would move to Brazil. I think you just knew that I probably would.
Yeah, I don't think you would.
And then I have a question. So if she wasn't texting you in the sense you guys still knew each other and were a potential item, and she just wasn't texting you during that trip, or just
No, like we were already together.
No,
I
we
think.
were like, if,
oh, gotcha.
But I think he means like, wait, so like, would you have ever broken up with me to move to Brazil?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I think
It's
I
possible.
think
That answers
no,
the
I think
question.
all these like realities, like it would have had to happen before I even met you, almost.
Mhm.
Like in
Yeah,
order
yeah,
for me
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
choose that.
It's similar to me. Like we met at a very critical point in both of our trajectories.
Oh.
For sure.
To be weird and like honest, I'm living an extreme. I never pictured myself having 2 kids, married at a young age, and the job I have currently as well. Like at the age I am now, like I have been very blessed. So it's almost weird, like thinking of those others, because like I'm
Mhm.
pretty fortunate right now. So I'm just kind of
Mm.
good friends, good
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and work I have to go to every day. Ugh.
So blessed.
So
blessed. Thank you.
Please download this episode.
Please subscribe. That's so funny. Very cool. Again, I agree with Trevor in the sense that I don't know. I don't know how deep we want to go at the very
I'm
end,
just
but
curious. Yeah.
like there was a long period of time where I didn't know if I would like I wanted to get married, but it wasn't like happening at all.
Mhm.
So I was just like, okay, like I didn't know if that was God's like plan for my life. Like
Yeah.
I wanted it to be, but I was like, it's not like no doors are opening, so like maybe it's not, and that was like weird. So then once you came into the picture and it was clear it again like similar to Trevor, it felt like that was an extreme of like, oh, this is like my dream coming true, and
Oh.
it
Interesting.
is. So there you go.
That is sweet. That's nice to hear.
Says
You're
nothing
like,
back.
I don't agree, but okay. He's like, I knew I would find someone.
No.
If you guys could, would you want to see that reality? Like if you did not marry,
For like a
what you would
day?
be doing? Just see it. Or would you just rather not know?
Are you talking about like just watch it like a movie, or live it for like a day or a week?
I think I just picture it as seeing it. So like seeing it almost like a movie, like
Sure.
just this is what's going on. And maybe you can feel the emotions too, just like what it would be like living in that reality.
Sure. If it's just like a movie, I would. I would.
Are you talking about like if it was like the Ghost of Christmas Future or whatever, where you like go and see like what?
If
Yes,
it's like that,
that's a
no.
good example.
If it's like on a movie, yes. Anything more
Isn't
than
that like a movie?
flat screen TV.
Okay, no, it's not
I'm
plopping you down in front of a TV.
Okay, then probably not. I don't want to go anywhere to see anything. I'll just watch it on the TV. I'm good with that.
Why does that matter?
Imagine being plucked out of your life, not knowing if you're going to ever go back to it. And
God comes
here
and is like,
you are.
hey.
Oh my.
Okay. If God's there, if Jesus, my best man, is there,
Yes.
then I feel safe.
Guaranteed
I don't care what we're
return.
doing. I am
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if some ghost of Christmas past is picking me up
I'm not.
and taking me over to, wherever
Wait,
I'm
I was not
stationed.
picturing you like this.
No, and I don't think Danny even.
Sorry, I was just that's like the only thing that came
I
to
was
reference.
picturing it like you're gonna come back, but
Okay.
I would
Yes.
maybe want to
Yes.
visit it like
Yes.
for a day, maybe.
A whole day. Oh, I think I'd get so depressed. Because you're not
What if
gonna
you liked
see
it better? That would be like
That's
my
the
thing. Like,
thing.
what if I like it better? So maybe I don't want to see it because
That's why I wanted.
know.
What if you have
No.
like your same like kid over there too? Imagine
That'd
that.
be
Like
great.
yeah,
Like-
like you
Wait,
saw
say-
your other life and like you still had like your kids and stuff over there in your
Like
other
your
life.
same kids.
Mhm.
So
just,
with
like-
the same
Isn't it-
partner.
Like that would be a big thing for me. Like if I went to those other lives, I might not have those like our kids. But like if
Or what
I,
if you
I
had
saw
kids
it
but
and
they
I'm
were
like
different?
I have well, let's just say they're the same. And they're the same. Obviously, they're not going to be the same. That's scientifically not possible. Okay, but like let's say they were, then that'd be like, and it's better. Like then that would kind of suck.
But different partner though.
Maybe not.
That's the thing. They'd be
Moo.
different.
Ah,
It'd have to be the same
so
partner.
weird.
Kennedy and I, we actually
same partner.
we actually own a little bakery in Germany, guys. I hate to break it to you. We
wow,
live
this
in
is
Germany now.
amazing news.
Cool.
I had no idea.
Eddie's been playing for the German team this whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You haven't recognized her. 'cause
Danny's
she
like,
wears
isn't
makeup.
the USA better than Germany? Kennedy's like, that's my team.
We suck. I know.
What was the question? Oh yeah, if we could live there for a day.
Yeah.
No, look, live, whatever. Just would you be curious to know? I don't know. At
Are
this
you
point,
curious? Would you want to do it?
I wouldn't want to live. I don't think anything would sway me or make me like, oh man, I wish I had that life. But I'd just be curious. Oh, cool. But like, I would not want to choose any other life over this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is the best.
Even if you and I still met in another reality and we ended up, let's say, in New Zealand, I think I would be comfortable in the fact that this was God's plan for me. So it's just, that's cool. That's good for that Kennedy. Like, go
Yeah.
girl, live out that dream.
Oh,
Those Kennedys are killing it.
Laying. Other
Slaying.
living the dreams.
They're
So a
killing
part of
it.
me is still succeeding.
Achieving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why did I get this Kennedy? No,
That's better.
Wow.
I love this
Oh.
Kennedy.
Well, I think it's cool to maybe bring it back. Let's all return back to this reality.
Mm.
No.
It was getting brought
Oh,
back.
my husband!
Trevor.
the boat!
Fake Trevor.
I mean, how do you guys think that your identity has changed from who you were before you were married?
Wow.
That is a whole
Good question.
That's another
Oh my
episode,
gosh.
man. That is
I
another
can-
episode.
I have a quick answer. Through Trevor, definitely grew close to Christ. And I don't know if I still think I would have had some kind of journey like that without Trevor. But I think it would have taken much longer because obviously I still have a long ways to go too. But Trevor was definitely like, what's even the word for it? Not a gateway, but just a huge encouragement
Yeah.
to do that.
Alternate reality. My dad wanted me to be a pastor.
Oh my gosh. I could see you as a youth pastor.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Alternate reality. I'm lost in my ways and I find Pastor Trevor and he sets me on the right path.
Pastor Trevor.
Oh,
And-
Master
my
Pew.
God.
That sounds weird.
No, I couldn't.
That is so funny.
Dude,
Danny, how
I
do you-
changed like every year. So if that does need to
there
be
you
a
go.
I have changed monthly sometimes with my
we're like
marriage.
children. We're just every week's a new
Yeah.
one.
I'm a new Trevor every other week, dude.
But like, if I guess like to take it more like, I don't know, like bigger question, like more generic. Like, if you were to compare all these alternate versions of yourself, how are they different? Who you are now, like the core difference. Like Kenny said, like in what way do you think is the biggest difference between you going off and becoming a Marine, or you like, and versus now? Like,
Immediately, what I think of is I think I have way better family values, and I think I am way more level-headed than I would be.
Yeah.
oh,
No,
cool.
I agree. In all of my other realities, I'm off in another country, and I'm not saying I'm bringing my family with me. So I would say being with Trevor, has brought family values to be just a even more important thing in my life.
Honestly, same. Like, I was ready to leave
Yeah.
and go to another country. So yeah, like I think being with Danny made me closer with my own family, which is interesting. Danny, how do you think you'd be different in your like finance bro reality? Like, I do not see you as that.
I can't
at
pick
all.
that.
I don't see it either.
I really think if I was like just single and just only focused on like work and school, like I just, like I said, I didn't really like
You are kind
seek
of an
you out,
introvert, so you
100%.
you didn't really like put yourself out there, so you would have just like done your own thing.
We've established he's not good at talking to girls.
Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, I really do think that you've helped me just, open up and feel comfortable just
Talking
with
to people.
talking to like more people and letting people be more vulnerable with me, So, like that really helps a lot. So I think that's probably the biggest difference between like that Danny and this Danny,
Are you Dan in any of the Ultimate?
No.
Oh,
No,
good
I've
question.
killed all of those realities.
What hero does that? That he goes to the other. One of them does that, where he goes and kills himself in all the other alternate universes and worlds. I've seen that.
Why?
I don't know
Interesting.
why. I'm trying to
Well,
think of it.
Was that not Loki?
Some comic. It might have been Loki. It might have been Loki.
I can't remember. I've seen a lot of versions like that, but
Anywho,
anyways, well, we appreciate everyone listening. We definitely are glad that this reality is what it is, because we wouldn't have met each other on this reality and created this podcast. So we appreciate you listening, and would appreciate a like or subscribe for us so we can maybe achieve some of those dreams in the future.
I need my bakery.
we want the bakery. I'd love a bakery.
All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, Danny here. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to give us a follow on all the socials and subscribe to our show wherever you get your podcast. See you on the flip side.